Hey, I'm Coach Ebb, the Mindset Queen. I teach women how to live their lives authentically and get unstuck. I own a fitness app, a women's goal success app, and a life coaching program. I have coached hundreds of women over the years and have helped them develop better bodies, habits, and routines that has ultimately led them to a more fulfilled life. I believe life is meant to be lived and experienced at your highest peak. It is my passion to shift mindsets and help women achieve their goals and live their best lives. To work with me, visit my website, www.thefitteam.com. And without further ado, here is morning motivation for the fit mind.
This episode is brought to you by Google Gemini. With the Gemini app, you can talk live and have a real-time conversation with an AI assistant. It's great for all kinds of things, like if you want to practice for an upcoming interview, ask for advice on things to do in a new city, or brainstorm creative ideas. And by the way, this script was actually read by Gemini. Download the Gemini app for iOS and Android today. Must be 18 plus to use Gemini Live.
Welcome to another episode of Morning Motivation for the Fit Mind. Today is another letter from Coach. I want to talk to you about the win. Not W-I-N, but W-H-E-N. The win in life. After this episode, my goal is to have helped you see that it is time to detach from the win in your life. See, we're consciously and unconsciously taught that greater things happen when we accomplish something, when we win, when we get to the finish line, when we lose weight, when we finish school, when we get married, etc. We're told that everything great happens after the win. According to these beliefs, you won't experience joy, happiness, completion, or peace until something significant happens. I'll be happy when I lose the weight. I can't wait to get married. I'll be happy and satisfied with my life after I get married. Soon as I'm done with school, I'll be able to catch my breath and breathe again and be happy again. See where I'm going here? It's the when. As your coach, I'm here to tell you that is complete and utter bullshit. Take it from someone who's chased the win for 2 decades of my life. The only thing that comes from you waiting until you accomplish something is 2 thoughts. One, that's it. And the second one, okay, what's next? By the time I was 30, I was married, had a kid, had 2 degrees. I was retiring from a very successful 15-year professional dance career. I had a budding fitness career, and I had been published in a scientific journal. It may have been an assistant researcher position, but look, my credit still counts. It still counts, okay? But I'd had a pretty decent career as a saleswoman with various high-end products from skydiving to cars to helicopters. I mean, it was some high prices on that stuff, okay? I toured half the United States and was in the middle of a divorce. Worked 3 years as a special needs substitute teacher, developed a side hustle of teaching gifted students, and was in the process of creating my very first fitness app. And after all of that, at the tender young age of 30, all I could say was, well, what's next? I was still waiting to feel happiness, to experience peace, to find the joy in life. I had a list of accomplishments and accolades, but not a lick of happiness. Chasing the win in life leaves you empty and probably no real deep connections. Everyone around you was perhaps a friend of convenience. You're chasing the same goals, so you guys partner up together. You enjoyed partying together, so why not? We're best friends, right? You grew up together. That's my BFF. You guys all know the different stories that we tell ourselves. Chasing the win will leave you successful and depressed. wealthy and lonely. It'll have you crying in a Bentley. You get the picture. So, how does one detach from the win so they can be wealthy, loved, successful, and at peace? Let me start by saying it is much easier said than done. However, once you begin the practice, it is easier to train yourself to get back to the right mindset of doing it. It is a continued practice rather than something that can be done in a day, week, or even a month. It's like an exercise. You must train it as often and consistently as possible to see the results. The key to eliminating your needs to chase the win in life is being present. You may have heard the phrase, "Stop and smell the roses, Sonny." Well, that's exactly what being present means. Yeah, you're on a journey to reach your goals, and I pray you reach them. But driving past a field of flowers, pulling a car over, and getting out to simply enjoy the simplicity of their scent, that will create an everlasting memory that you can carry on as you resume your journey. Being present allows you to enjoy the trip while heading to the destination. It doesn't take away the magic of reaching it. It doesn't slow you down. And when you reach your goal, you will have created endless memories. You will have created endless memories of excitement, fun, peace, laughter, and tears. You will reach your goal by saying, "Whew, that was fun, and I accomplished everything while doing it." Being present will allow you to build relationships with your family, build relationships with new people, but more importantly, it helps you understand yourself better. It will enable you to feel and understand who you are and who you're meant to be. Having accomplished your goals before you die is great, but enjoying the journey as you achieve your goals is even better. Here are 10 steps you can begin incorporating to center yourself and become more present. 1. Notice your surroundings. Pay attention to things around you. Absorb the smell, the touch, the sensations, the feelings of everything around you. When you're working, when you're studying, when you're reading, when you're doing anything, focus on that one thing at a time. Don't multitask. Be present in doing that task. Be grateful for what you have now. How can God, how can Source, how can the universe, how can any of the higher powers, how can they give you anything if you ain't showing gratefulness for what you got now? I'm just answer me this. Like, really? If you're sitting here, "Oh, I hate this. I just wish I had this." Why would they give you something that you wish you had? Just so you can end up hating it once you get it. No, 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 no. You have to be grateful for every single thing. If you're in business or you're starting a business and you've asked for business advice, there's one thing almost every business person says: start with what you have. Stop trying to buy every single thing that you think you need to become professional, and start with what you have and work your way up. So be thankful for what you have. And the more you attain and the more you're given, be even more thankful for that. Accept things as they are, not how you want them to be. This lesson right here took me so long to learn, especially when it came to people and relationships. If you and I have ever had a conversation via DMs, in real life, whatever, one thing you'll find out quickly is that I accept you as you are. I don't pass judgment. You just come to me, just be honest. That's all I ever ask. In my past, I wanted people to be who I wanted them to be. And I would argue people down because I'm just like, why can't you see your greatness? Why can't you be who I need you to be for me? And then one day I realized they are exactly who they are and who they are meant to be. And whether I like it or not, that's who they are. And I can't change anybody but myself. So learn to accept things as they are. If somebody says this is a red stripe and it look blue to you, hey, it's now a red stripe. If it has no weight on your life, if whether it's a red stripe, blue stripe, pink stripe, or yellow stripe, doesn't change how you wake up and feel about yourself, it doesn't change your money, it doesn't change or bring harm to your family, hey, it's a red stripe, buddy. Accept it and let it be. Practice mindfulness meditations. Being present around you is not just the only key, but being present within you is also what takes you to a higher level, a higher meditation, a higher frame of thinking, of consciousness. When you understand and understand who you are, and you are aware of your feelings and how they present themselves, then you can ascend to the next level. Spend time with people who make you feel happy and fulfilled. Look, family, there are a lot of energy vampires in this world. There are a lot of energy leeches. There are a lot of gift leeches. There are a lot of people there are a lot of people who has a purpose to seek and destroy greatness. Stop hanging with them. If you have to question whether someone just gave you a backhanded compliment or a real compliment, leave them be. We're in the generation and age where we are seeing the evilness that lives in people when they're jealous of a quote unquote friendship. We've seen it happen to friends going across the country and one of them not coming back alive. We've seen this time and time again. So spend time with people who you don't have to question, who you know loves you unconditionally, and you return that favor. Be mindful of everything you do, also known as being intentional. Everything I preach intentionality. Why? Because when you know why you're doing something, it'll be easier for you to get to the next level. Why are you reading this book? Why are you just sitting here and watching TV? Why are you going to the gym to exercise? Why are you picking up that piece of cake? Why? Understand your why and understand the repercussions that come with that why, because every single action you do has a reaction. Every action has a repercussion. Every single time you toss a stone in a lake, it's going to create a ripple effect. And you are that lake. So every action you do is going to cause a reaction in your life. So if you're not understanding why you're doing something, you need to sit back and practice mindfulness to understand yourself. Now, this is one that I'm going to be working on more and more in 2023. Practice deep breathing exercises. Taking the time out to stretch, taking the time to be mindful of your stretching, taking the time to just sit in silence and breathe and open your diaphragm and inhale the prana around you, inhale the energy and exhale any negative beliefs, exhale any negative feelings, exhale any and all things that are negative towards your healing and your health. Comes and starts with the breath. So I'm going to make a vow to practice more deep breathing exercises, and I want you to as well. Take a break from social media and technology. Look, it's hard. In a few short years, we've become addicted to these little devices in our hands. We've become addicted to television, addicted to the computer screen, addicted to our phones, addicted to our games. I remember in high school, it was cool to have a phone, a Nokia phone that only had the game of Snake on it. I remember when it was free to talk to your friends after 9. And now, in a few short years, our alarm clocks have been replaced with our phones. Our weather reports have been replaced and updated with our phones. Our Google search engines are now on our phones. To keep up with our friends and family is no longer a phone call or a text message, but it's a Facebook message, it's an Instagram DM, it's a TikTok. So take a break. Be intentional with your mind. Be intentional where your attention goes. Say that again. Be intentional where your attention goes. The more you focus on something, the more that grows, the more that thought process grows. The more you focus on music, the more you'll find yourself singing catchy tunes throughout the day. The more you focus on your phones, guess what? The deeper and longer you're in a phone vortex. The deeper and longer you're in a scrolling vortex where you're just scrolling upon hours, and then you blink and it's been 3 hours and you haven't moved from the same spot. So focus your attention to things that you want to grow and develop. And finally, get regular exercise. Perform yoga, go to Zumba classes, pick up weight training. Do something for your body that helps it in the future. The more gunk, plaque, and fat that you're able to remove off of your insides, off of your arteries, will help you lead and live a better and more fulfilled life. It's not about looking good on the outside. That's just a bonus. The real reason to exercise is to extend your lifespan, to live longer, to live better, to become one with the Creator. I hope you enjoyed today's message. And if you did, share it with a friend. Just know that I really want you to stop chasing the win and start enjoying the journey. And never forget, you got this.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the date of the big game first before you accidentally buy tickets on your 20th wedding anniversary and have to spend the next 20 years of your marriage making up for it. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
If you want personalized help on this topic or you want to dig deeper, click the link in my description box below and schedule a 60-minute guided journaling session. Together, we can explore your mindset and help you uncover hidden truths and mental blocks about yourself.